Hello everyone, welcome back to our English class. Today, once again I am here to teach you a new poem. So dear friends, today we are going to learn a beautiful poem, namely Only One Mother. So students, everyone likes his own mother. Every child likes his mother and there is no one like his mother. So dear friends, as you know that mother is always loving and caring. Mother always think about well-being of their children. This poem is written by George Cooper. He says that there are hundreds and hundreds of things in this world, but there is only one mother. According to poet, importance of mother is much more than anything in the world. So students, today we will learn such a beautiful poem. So first of all, I will read the whole poem, then I will explain. Hundreds of stars in the pretty sky, hundreds of shells on the shore together, hundreds of birds that go singing by, hundreds of lamps in the sunny weather, hundreds of dewdrops to greet dawn, hundreds of bees in the purple clover, hundreds of butterflies on the lawn, but only one mother the wide world over. So students, in this poem, through different type of examples, the poet want to tell us that there is no like a mother, means no one can take place of mother. There is no anything that we can compare with our mother. So in the first stanza, hundreds of stars in the pretty sky, hundreds of shells on the shore together. So in this stanza, the poet tells us that you can see hundreds of stars in the sky which look so pretty. Pretty means beautiful with their presence. Means the stars increase the beauty of the sky with their presence. And hundreds of shells can be seen together on the seashore. Shells means which we can find on the seashore. So that shells are also present on the seashore to increase the beauty of the seashore. So in the first stanza, the poet tells us that the stars in night which increase the beauty of the sky with their presence. The shells which are present at the seashore, they also increase the beauty. So this is described by the poet in the first stanza. In the second stanza, the poet tells us that hundreds of birds that go singing by, hundreds of lamps in the sunny weather. So in these lines, the poet is telling us you can see hundreds of birds that go singing from one place to another place. And you can also see hundreds of lambs grazing on the field in the sunny weather. It means that the bird which goes from one place to another place while singing, and the lambs which are grazing on the field in the sunny weather, which looks so beautiful. So about this the poet is telling us. So So now we have to see the third stanza of the poem. Hundreds of dewdrops to greet the dawn, hundreds of bees in the purple clover. Third stanza, the poet gives some more examples of the things which can be seen in hundreds, means in more quantity. So the poet is telling that he tells about the dewdrops which can be seen early in the morning, means when before the sunrise in the early morning you can see a dewdrops on the leaves of trees and plants. So about these dewdrops the poet is talking in this stanza, and he is telling us that the dewdrops which we can see in early morning had arrived there to greet the morning, to welcome the morning, and that dewdrops, it looks so pretty, so beautiful. So about this the poet is telling in this stanza. Again he is telling that, he also says that you can see hundreds of bees. Here you want to tell about the honey bees in the purple clover. Clover, it is the type of plant. So when the
bees come to
purple clover, you can see into the picture. So it looks very beautiful. By these examples he wants to tell us that mother is superior than all these things. So now we have to move towards the last stanza of this poem. Hundreds of butterflies on the lawn, but only one mother the wide world over. So in the last few lines of the poem, the poets tell us that you can see hundreds of butterflies on the lawn. So lawn means you can see into the picture. The ground which is covered by green grass is known as lawn. You can see into the picture. So the poet is telling us that you can see hundreds and hundreds of things which are very beautiful in this world, but no one is like our mother. So students, in this poem the poet has given many examples because he wants to show that though the world is very big and beautiful, and it is accommodated with hundreds and hundreds of things, but among these so many things you can find only one mother for you. Means he wants to tell us that though the world is very big and it is full with the hundreds and hundreds of things which are very beautiful, which are very different from each other, but among these all you can find only one mother. Means these all things are not take place of our mother. Why he is telling like that? Because for every mother, her child is one of the best gifts from the God, and for every child, mother is the best gift from the God. There is no one like our mother, because a mother is only one person who understands about his child, what he wants to say. Without expression of her child, she is able to understand. A mother's heart is a special place for her children, where children always have home. A mother's love for her child is like nothing else in the world. So students, here the poet tries to tell us the importance of mother through these different examples. So after all this, I want to show you a small video which can tell us about the importance of mother and what is the place of mother in our life. You can see the video. of all, at last I want to tell you that a mother is she who can take the place of all others, but whose place no one else can take. So students, in this way we learn the importance of mother through this poem. I hope you understand it. Thank you.